Everyone is always so focused on sales. What's the best outreach method? How can I sign more deals? Well, you don't. What you really need is a personalized system tailored to your specific company needs to track all the data and delegate all the tasks to a VA. In other words, you need to stop working in your business and start working on your business. My name is Sam. I own a marketing agency to help businesses book more appointments on their calendars. I started about a year ago, documented it all on Instagram, and now I made over 6 figures delegating most of the work out to Egyptians. Now in this video, I'm going to show you my system. No bullshit Miro boards or presentations, just the system that me and my team use on a daily basis to consistently retain clients month after month. So really quickly, let me show you what my Stripe looks like to show you that I'm not lying. And I'm just going to quickly refresh it, show you the last 7 days. And as you see, we grossed a total of almost $8,000 the last 7 days. If I just do the beginning of October, we're at 12.5K so far. And then last month, we did 22,000. August, we did 23,000. July was a good month. We ended up doing 29,000. So this right here is one of my longest retained clients. He's been with us since January 15th, and he's paid us a total of $13,000 off of one client. So here's another client as well. He's been with us since February 1st, and he's paid us a total of $13,000. And repeating retained money month after month. And obviously I'm going to blur all this information, but as you see, 13.5, 13.5, 9,000, 8,000, 5,000, 5,000, 9,000, 1,000, 8,000, 10,000. So as you see, I'm getting a bunch of clients that are just constantly paying us month after month. And yeah, I mean, it's great. When you have a business that people just keep paying you month after month, you end up making so much money than you ever thought you would. And it's all coming down to a couple of different concepts that I'm going to cover in this video. I use no coding tools like Make and Go High Level to build systems that fix any weaknesses in my agency. For example, I built out a CSM tracking sheet to stay on top of my client success manager. And I tracked all of his dials, his conversations, renewals, and made him fill out a form every single time he checked in with the client. This made it super easy for me to stay on top of him and keeps the entire back end organized. I did the same with my media buyer, my appointment setters, and my video editor. So now when I hire a new role, I can build a customized system based on what my specific agency needs and then hire it out so I can focus on living my life. And yes, I do have a life now that I'm not sucked into doing everything. So let me show you what I'm talking about. This right here is the hub sheet. This is where I look at my entire agency. I see all of my active clients. I see if their ads down, if I have people onboarding, if they're paused, if their ads are off, whatever the reason is. I could look at their cost per leads, cost per appointments, the booking rate percentages. I could look at when we have to call them next, if they're happy, if they're satisfied, their next due date. I can even go down to the macro, select one of these clients, and I can look at every single appointment that we booked and kind of see what they've put in, how much they paid, how much they scheduled, how much they quoted. I can collect all this data, give this back to them, and this is how I'm able to retain them because I'm showing them how much money they're making, how much money they're quoting, what their downfalls are, and how they can make more money with us. And like I said, this is just a hub sheet that I look at so that I can manage the entire agency without having to communicate with a bunch of people. I can just look at all this data here and be like, all right, what do I need to work on and execute? Now next, this is the media buyer sheet. This is what I was talking about previously, and this is what the media buyer uses to check in with each individual ad account to make sure that he's doing a good job with the ads. So for this sheet, I have all the businesses organized. I have all of the tracking sheets. I have the ad statuses. And if he changes the ad statuses on the sheet, for example, for this client, if he changes this to flagged, if I come back to the hub sheet, you will see that all of a sudden, boom, this client is flagged. So any changes that are made and on these individual other sheets will be transferred to this hub sheet. When this media buyer comes in, all he has to do, he's going to check it twice a day in the morning or at night, and he'll just mark in AM, PM completed and go through the entire thing. And then I can go on my end, look at the hub sheet, see AM, PM, and I'll know exactly if he's working or if he's just slacking off. And the way this works is the media buyer can come over here, select the business that we're working on, and he can just type in a change that he made to the ad account, click submit. Then I can go over back to the sheet, look at what changes he made. I can see how many changes he's making every single day. And so I know exactly what he's doing without having to be on his ass all the time. I just know exactly what he does. So the last sheet that I use, that's my personal favorite, is the CSM sheet. Here is where you have to communicate with all of the clients and see if things are going bad or if things are going good. And I can come over here to this next check-in call and I can see the next time that we're supposed to call him. So the way this works is the CSM is going to come in here every single time he dials a client. He's going to type in his name. He's going to put in the call direction at outbound or inbound. He's going to put the business name. He's going to see how the client is exactly feeling, if they're satisfied, if they're happy, if they're unhappy. And then he can just add any notes at the bottom here. What did he cover? What did he discuss with the client? And the next action steps moving forward to improve the rapport of this client. And once he clicks submit, it'll go directly back into the sheet. It'll update the next check-in call date in the next 7 days. It's going to update the report, the last check-in notes, and it's going to put in the action items and the next payment due dates, and I can look at all the data. And I can even go down to the very end and see how much money I'm cash collecting from all these clients. And this isn't even the coolest part. The best part about this is that we can track the CSM dials. So I can actually come in here, look at every single dial that he's made on the CSM tracking sheet. And if I want to listen to a conversation, I can click on this link and I can listen to the entire conversation just like that with a click of a button. This way I can quality check all of my employees to make sure that they're doing a good job. And that way my service delivery is on point. So then they don't want to leave me. And in result of that, I have clients paying me month after month, where I have certain clients paying me $9,000, $10,000 LTVs, and I'm still working with them to this day. So now that I just showed you the basic principles of building out a fluent system, it's pretty essential to start scaling your agency. You can't do it alone, man. I already tried that route, and you're probably already stuck in that route if you're watching this video. So if you want, just click the link in the description to hop on a call with me, and I can help build out a customized system specifically for your agency and your niche, so you can focus on signing more clients and retaining the cash that you worked so hard for.